let's great insights. A couple quick things. Update on the BC disaster. So, good news, I guess, is that you were doing some tallies around animals lost versus the industry, and I guess the industry. I don't want to get lost in percentages. 98% survived, but still was fairly catastrophic with hundreds of cows and chickens, thousands of chickens. But what's your assessment? A couple of weeks out on the impact of the food industry from the BC crisis. Are we going to feel that for a while? Are you concerned for the longer term, or we think we're going to kind of get through it and things will be kind of stable?
Well, for farmers, obviously, losing one animal is too much due to a flood. I mean, farmers will lose animals for a variety of reasons, but because of a natural disaster is always, and frankly, one dairy cow is worth a lot.
Yeah. And I see, by the way, 819 farms are still under active evacuation, so we're not done yet. And this
as of Sunday.
And this is.
And so that's so it is a problem. The other concern that I have with BC is access. I mean, so one of our partners, Angus Reid, just polled Canadians on access. So if they've seen a product that was out of stock due to supply chain issues. So across the country, it's 22%, which in my view is probably slightly above average. I think we're all aware that there are some issues with supply chains, but it's minor, I think, across the board, except for BC. BC is over 42%. 42% of British Columbians have actually seen a product out of stock that is out of stock due to supply chain issues, and that's a huge number. And so for food it's 42%. For everything else, all categories, it's 53%.
I was going to say, divide that for me between food and all other categories. I was on CP24 reacting to that on behalf of Retail Council of Canada, and not from food as much from other commodities. And I said, well, we just passed Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and kind of like, this is what we said would happen. It was just harder to replenish, but we didn't even know what was going to happen in BC.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge now, as we listen to it, early December, is replenishing out of stocks on the shelf. It's hard to get back and forth. You've got the Vancouver port jammed.
Yeah.
And then getting things west and east. So it's going to be both.
The railway is functioning, which is good news.
As of yesterday, the day before, they finally. But there's bridges there that they tell me could be years. Before they get rebuilt. So.
Oh, absolutely. So we need to reinvest on corridors and gateways for sure. And the other message that I've been conveying to the media is Prince Rupert. I mean, there's lots of opportunities there. I mean, there is Vancouver, which is closer. Yeah. But we do have an option with Prince Rupert, which is the third busiest port in Canada after Montreal. So there's something there that we need to think about strategically.